What's happened to Beyond Meat? Once soaring to the edge of space and now crashed down like a meteorite. Bang, boom, exploded, kaput. Are they ready for bankruptcy? Yes, Beyond Meat, one of the flash in the pans, absolute. Everyone thought it was going to the moon, has now crashed back down to Earth. What can happen for you and Beyond Meat in 2023? Should you invest? Should you walk away? Well, remember to smash the like button, do a slam dunk on that so we can all celebrate Michael Jordan's victories and subscribe to the channel because this is the greatest finance channel of all time. Let's get onto it. Yes, here at Barry Charles, let's have a look at what has happened to Beyond Meat and where this destruction has happened so we can get maybe some financial wealth, or should we just completely walk away from it if you're looking to invest into Beyond Meat? Let's check it out here, right now, here at Barry Charles. Well, yes, obviously Beyond Meat. What is Beyond Meat? Well, basically, in simple terms, is when you plant-based meat is the simplest way, and and they try to make food that tastes like meat. So for people that are vegans or people that are trying to stay away from animals, trying to be a more sustainable thing, this is their whole concept. And what they sell is meat like this. So we got Beyond Steak, we got Beyond Sausage, we got Beyond Jerky, we got Beyond Chicken flavors, and so much more. But yes, of course, what has happened to Beyond Meat? Okay, when it first started, we had all the celebrities going on with Kim Kardashian, Snoop Dogg, Kevin Hart, and people that who financially did it. Yeah, people that invested when it first started with Leonardo DiCaprio and Bill Gates. Now, if you look at the stock price, when it first IPO'd at $25, would they be regretting if they're still in it now? Or do you think that they sold out at 200 at the top when it was skyrocketing up the charts? Or maybe when it come back down to about $100, did they pull out then and at least made some money? Or do you think Leonardo DiCaprio and Bill Gates still believe in Beyond Meat now? I seriously doubt that they're still in this company. I'm pretty sure they would have sold out by now. But you never know. They both got heaps of money, so it might not matter too much to them. Um, so yeah, the peak of $235. I'll be so sad if you bought at $235 and thought I'd just keep holding. Will it ever go back there again? I seriously doubt that. But you never know. You never know in this world. Anything can happen. Um, Now, what do we think of the $12 mark right now? To me, I think it could easily go to $6. I think it's going to drop more. And to be honest, they don't look that great for a while. So I think $6 will be quite on the mark and could be a buying opportunity if you don't think they're going to go completely bankrupt. So what has gone wrong for Beyond Meat? Why has the stock price gone so low? Well, obviously there was a bit of a thing going. Oh yes, this is with all these celebrities that yes, we'll go for a more sustainable future and all that. But when it comes down to money, when it comes down to the moolah, eventually, even though there was a little bit of great growth at the start of the pandemic, when people ran out of money, boom, they stopped buying the product because it was more expensive to meat. At the end of the day, if you like meat, aren't you just gonna buy meat? I mean, simple as that. Really, who are they catering for? If they, I know they're trying to say save the animals, but most of the people that eat the meat that wouldn't care too much about the animals, to be honest. Um, so where are they going to get it from? They're more likely going to get it from the vegan side, the vegetarians, all that. And vegetarians, and they don't want to eat meat, so you need to provide other products. So that's the interesting concept for Beyond Meat. Can they go beyond meat and look at vegetarian options? Like I mean, like fully that doesn't have steak and all that sort of words in it. Maybe that's where they need to look forward going into the future. Um, but and obviously I think what they've struggled with is that the market isn't there for what they really were thinking they're going to have, how much market share they were going to get, and how much people are actually going to buy it. And with been high cost to make as well, has really just killed their profits big time. And why it's dropped? Because of lack of revenue, um, and also this one maybe some of you haven't heard about if you're new to the stock. Um, Beyond Meat. This is about 6 months ago. McDonald's pulled away their options for their McPlant um, chain. The McPlant, they trialled some of the Beyond Meat food at McDonald's, but it was a massive failure. And ever since then, their stock price has just absolutely gone south. And this was about $100 mark, and it's dropped right down from there. So McDonald's chain didn't take it up. Places that have had it in the past or still currently at KFC and Taco Bell, Carl's Jr. and others have been. So Beyond Meat has been successful in that. And that is another part of Beyond Meat. If you didn't realise that they're not just selling in the takeaway, just in the supermarkets or the convenience stores, they also do branch out and try to get into businesses to take on their product, which hasn't been that greatly successful so far. Obviously, what has been bad in Q3, the sales dropped a massive 23%, and and down to 83 million, which is still a lot of money. But what are they going to do to improve this? Are they going to cut costs somewhere? Well, they're cutting 19% of their staff. But is that enough? I thought this company was a growth company. That's the question. People cut staff, but and that does save you money in the short term. But if you want to continue to grow, don't you need the staff? That's always the thing about a growth stock. There, when they cut staff, you got to wonder sometimes. A big concern too is they spent over 270 million in operating costs. So they've lost that in cash in the last nine months. It's crazy. 270 million? Really? You got to be kidding me. So crazy stuff there. And they believe they're going to be profitable in 2023. By the end of 2023? I don't think so. I seriously doubt that this is going to happen. Is it fully a fad? It's probably more than a fad, but I just don't. Unless they can cut down the cost of the product to be the same as meat, I think they're going to struggle. I think any of these companies are going to struggle to. If they can cut their cost down, then I would say yes. If they can make the product cheaper and make it compared to meat, then I think you'll see an uprise and would be worthy of buying the stock. So let's have a look at the revenue of Beyond Meat and see what has actually been happening in this stock itself to see if it's any chance you think this is worth buying. The revenue in 2017 was 32.6 million, and it skyrocketed to 440 million. You can see what people have brought into the stock, but there was a big loss on from 2021 there. So it's gone downwards in 2022. And net income, this is the problem that Beyond Meat are having, is that they continue to be running at a loss. Yes, keep running at a loss. You're not going to be making money, eh? Yes, 400 million loss. 400 million loss, and it gets worse, folks. It's not just that. They lost 400 million in net income, and their free cash flow is minus 437 million. Minus. This is why the stock is tanked, absolutely tanked. Even total assets has dropped from 1.3 billion to 1.1. So what's happening there? And they actually got more total liabilities of 1.2 million. Not looking good. Not looking good at all for in the financial markets. If you're looking straight at that, absolutely you wouldn't buy. But if this is where the positives are for people that want to look at Beyond Meat as actually an investment, can they get market share? They are up there with the market share, so that's okay. Are their products good enough? That's probably a question. If you look at some of the videos with their Beyond Sausage that it starts off nice and big and then it shrinks. So they've had issues with that. But obviously the positives for before Beyond Meat is, can they get the cost down of producing the product to make it even? If it's even with meat, I think then people will start really looking at maybe buying it, and that is where the potential is. And obviously providing the products that people actually want to buy. That's obviously the thing. Have they got those products? In a way they do, but I think they may need to look at getting some other different products just outside of meat to get themselves really rocking and rolling. But what do I say is an investment? Okay, full transparency. I used to own Beyond Meat and then I sold off. But at this price, it's worth a risk. If you're really risk averse and you want to put a few thousand in this and hope the stock goes to the moon, then it wouldn't be without a chance. But it could also go bankrupt. I'm urging on the side of not to put any money in, but the stock could easily be a $50 stock, even more. Potentially, if they can find a way to get to net income and provide the service that they're wanting, or even more than that. But it's probably at least 2 or 3 years away, and that is the question. If you think it's either in 2 or 3 years, they'll be bankrupt or they'll be going to net positive income. So that's what you need to decipher. Do you think that this is the future, that people are going to go away from meat and like to have their taste of meat but not actually worry about the poor animal? That's basically where they're selling it. Obviously the celebrity status has fallen away. To me it's a bit of a, but to me I don't know if I'll go back into Beyond Meat again. But if they become profitable, then I'll probably start looking at it. So that's the question. If you want to take the risk and go for it now, but if you want to take the Warren Buffett approach and wait till it's profitable and then invest, then you'll win either way. Obviously you'll win more, but then you're taking a big risk that it fails. And if you look at most of the companies they're trying to make it, out of 100 companies, only 5 succeed. So it could even be worse than that. So that's what you need to look at. 95% fail. So when these stocks are here, so just something to think about. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And we'll be back with another video very shortly here at Barry Charles. Have an awesome day out there.